I hear people say things like, oh, this administration is moving like they expect to be in power forever. While I don't think that's a terrible way of thinking, what I think is more plausible is they're moving like they don't expect retaliation when they lose power. And that is the reality. Now, you might be thinking, what does this have to do with Jimmy Kimmel? I was doing a lot of thinking, dog. I wanted to make a video last night, be a little reactionary. And I was like, give me a second. Let me think about this. Let me think about all parties involved. What's a fact? A fact is Trump has, expressed gripes with late night hosts that he thinks are not fair with him. He has expressed gripes with the media in general. We do know the FCC chair has made this an issue that he's expressed that we can do this the hard way, mafia talk, right? We do know that Nexstar, we do know Sinclair. We know these people tend to lean a certain way in leadership as far as their politics is concerned, right? And then you have Disney, who made the decision as well, pull Jimmy Kimmel off the show. Well, when I think about all those things and I think about all these people, and I think about how they're moving from the list from top to bottom, everybody here has to be thinking we can move with impunity because 2026 during midterms or in 2028 during presidential election, if things don't go our way, we expect it to still be business as usual. Now, you might be saying, HQ, well, that's the norm. Are you shifting blame on the Democrats yet again? No. But what I am saying is, if we think something like this, which is so interesting because you think about all the other things that are affecting day-to-day people without influence, people that are not rich, and I don't want to minimize what's going on with people on that end, right? But if we think about something like this and everyone's ringing the alarm, right? And we see how crazy it is. I mean, just really think about this. I mean, think about this. They're not only demanding that Mr. Kimmel direct apology to the family right there, right? And they're demanding that he makes a personal donation to the Kirk family and Turning Point USA, which would be a partisan station network, whatever you want to call it, that Jimmy Kimmel may not agree with. Why would you want to force him to make a donation to Turning Point, right? But you do things like this and you say things like this because you know that currently, unlike when Donald Trump wasn't in power, there is no one saying things like, we're going to take our country back. There's no one out there posting tweets and being really pretty much a social media thug and letting you know, if you put me in there, here's what I'll do. Here are the promises, and this will never happen again. Forget the actual action. There's no one even willing to talk that game. Right? Because geriatric politicians on that side are hell-bent on upholding an institution that is crumbling right in front of them. It is crumbling right in front of them. The norms are shifting away right in front of them. Okay? So Sinclair can say whatever they want. Nexstar will do it because they want to get their acquisition approved by the FCC, and it's look at the head of these companies and see who their donations are going to politically. The majority of it, it's the RNC. Go look it up. Right? The FCC chair, he knows, oh, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me when you guys come into power. What's Congress gonna do? Right? And then you got the president himself, as old as he is, doesn't matter. He's gonna say, hey, even if I technically shouldn't have another term, right? You're supposed to move with impunity, but there's supposed to be limits on that, right? In terms of things that you could be either, that could be some recourse legally, and then the party itself, Republicans, as you know it, even when a MAGA thing passes, they know that their Democratic colleagues are just going to excuse this time. They're just going to go, oh, that was MAGA. We're back to regularly scheduled programming. That's what I got out of this.